especially for live.
Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 mods for the trolls. Let's roll. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll.
Uh-oh, what happened? There you are. Drunk uncle, drunk. Oh, that's right. I get distracted easily. I get distracted easily. You got some beers ready already?
Yeah, I'm a proud boy.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell y'all.
It's gonna be one of those nights. Look at the new puppy. Look at the new puppy.
Keep on watching. Keep on
What's up, Hope?
Don't pay attention.
What's up, get some? Is that Milli Vanilli? Look at Drunk Uncle's new puppy. What do you guys think?
Trump's coming back, baby. Conservative.
He's got a little girl. You forgot the one in the chamber. So, Drunk Uncle, tonight we gotta make Hope happy. I know you don't check Discord, and I hope she doesn't get mad at me for doing this, but Hope had a tragedy in her family today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, one of her family members was at work, and I guess they were in a company vehicle, and a semi-truck crashed into them.
Oh, goodness.
And I won't say who unless she says it's okay, but so yeah, they did not make it. They were life flighted, and so everybody have a thought for Hope. Keep hoping your thoughts and your prayers. And I'm not good at praying. Okay, it was her uncle. So she said I can say it. Her uncle passed away today. She was letting us know he was going into surgery. They life flighted him. And so everybody say a prayer for Hope. I'm not good at that. But you know what we are good at for when people pass away? What do we always do, Drunk?
Drink.
We're gonna have a shot for your uncle. We're gonna have a shot for your uncle. So, and sorry to hear it, Hope. And Drunk Uncle's already having his drink. Ready? All right, here we go. This is to Hope's uncle. God bless you, and I hope. Say hi to my family members in heaven. Ooh, I had a little burp back there. Ooh, when it's gurgling and it goes doop.
Yeah.
Or a bong hit. Yeah, where's? It's been a bad couple days, so I was gonna have some weed. I couldn't find. I took weed to go give some to my brother, and I didn't give it to him. And then I went to go find it, and I couldn't find it just now. So I took a little sip of this stuff I've had around for a long time. Remember when I was sick one day and I drank like half of the bottle, and I didn't realize it's like 170 doses in this little bottle. So. Well, Hope, I know I'm not good at prayers, but I know it's going to be hard for the next couple weeks, and
you don't have to be good at prayers. The man upstairs knows what you mean to say.
Yeah, so just, can everybody hear? Yeah, you guys can hear me okay. I changed my setup a little bit. I'm lazy as fuck. My house is a mess. But you know what? I actually don't feel that bad because it wasn't last night. Like 3 nights ago, somebody we all know was FaceTiming me. And they turned their camera around, and I was like, hey, their house looks like mine. I don't feel that bad anymore. You know who you... Huh?
Was it mine?
Yeah, you live like I do. Yeah. Anyways, look at Drunk...
just in this little area.
Yeah. Hey, so you gonna tell us about your new puppy, Drunk? What's your puppy's name? Oh, she likes vape. Look, she's trying to smell the vape.
You want to get high? Her technical name is Brown Sugar Lumps, but I'm just gonna call her Sugar Butt.
Brown Sugar Lumps. Where did they come up with that name?
It was a homeless person that came across this dog first.
So do you mind? Why don't you tell us the story about how you got the little puppy?
Well, we have a few people that come in that don't have steady living. And one day I came in the shop and she was like on one of the chairs. And I was like, whose dog is that? And they're like, such and such found her in the middle of the road last night. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, does that mean somebody needs to adopt her? And they're like, oh no, he's going to get something for yada yada yada. And he has a dog for a few days, and then I get a call. I think it was on a Monday, and they're like, well, such and such just got arrested, and the sheriffs showed up with the puppy and just said to call you, that you would know what to do. And so I went and picked her up, and I had her for a while. The guy's dad came in and was trying to say that he wanted her.
At the cow.
And I was like, I guess. And he was like, will you bring her to my house? And I was like, no, I have a private class jiu-jitsu tomorrow. I was like, I will drop her off right here at 10:30 on the dot. And he's like, okay. So as much as I didn't want to, I dropped her off 10:30 on the dot. And I got back, and he was a no-show. And so one of my employees has been looking after her for a few days, just in case they try to get pissy and try to send like some police to my house or something to try to get the dog. And
hey, Texas Mama Bear. Say police again.
Police.
I just say it again. That's like hearing
police.
No, I'm not making fun of you. It's just I'm so used to saying police. When I hear people say police, with your accent, it's, what's up, Texas Mama?
I say it back and forth.
Yeah. Man.
But,
uh-oh, I think our internet's messing up.
I think think we're locked up.
Yeah, it's me, I think. Starlink, are we back yet? Hey, very guy.
Let's see.
Well,
yeah, it seems like it.
If we're back, anyways, we'll just talk because, get some says spinny. I don't know. Either what had happened is, so I think the satellites now, because I had that Starlink, right? And we have one section to where the tree is. And so on October 3rd, we got the tree guy coming to cut it down. So until then, the internet's kind of messed up. And I had to do something. I used to have a hard wire all the way over here, but then my stepdad needed something, so I had to. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's way over my head, so I don't know if I can explain it to you because it's not that bad. The issue my stepdad had is when he goes to bed, he can't watch. He takes his iPad with him, and he wants to watch these shows on Amazon Prime and like YouTube. He watched like really old movies. It's some Chinese guy in a tuxedo, from like the 30s and 40s, Dr. Chan or so, I forget what it's called. So he watches them on his iPad and then he falls asleep. But the internet wasn't reaching all the way to his back bedroom, so I had to buy what's called a mesh internet. So when the wire that I had coming here to this computer is now going to his mesh internet, so that way he can, because it's my stepdad's house. He's 87. He comes first. So, but they're cutting.
Kind of can't remember what I would call it. Do you call them a booster?
Yeah, we got so yeah. I added these boosters.
It's basically buy a router and attach it to, you link the routers through Wi-Fi or something?
Yes. So like the one I bought is supposed to be good for 5,200 square foot house, and he only has a 1,900 square foot house. So the one booster will get all the way to his house. So then in between me and him, I put another booster for me. But we're going over Wi-Fi. But the good news is, so what I think I figured out is, because the Earth is rotating, the satellites that used to go right over us before are now going over where the tree, the one fucking tree that's in the way. So what's up, D? So my stepdad decided to cut the tree. We had to pay somebody to cut down the tree. Where's Donnie? Donnie,
Right there.
come say hi, monster. Well, they can only see from like here up on my screen, so they may not be able to see him that well. Come on, monster.
Well, I'm watching the YouTube as well.
Oh, are you? Oh, you can see him on there. Okay.
Yeah, remember I have 3 screens that I watch.
Here's Donnie. He's going to Chi-Town with me pretty soon. We going to Chicago, huh? We gonna go to Chicago?
Chicago.
Heck yeah! What's up, Eva Knievel? Hey, sweetheart. So, like, you know what? I think I told you, Drunk, but I'll tell everybody else. Like, I used to have an Akita, and he would always hug me by putting his head right here, and he leaned into me, because I would always pull him into me, right? So I always do that to Donnie. Like, when he likes to jump on my scooter, when I come home, or just when he missed me, if I was in the house and he was outside, and I always pull him to me like this, and I go like this to him. And lately, he keeps knocking these glasses off. And I'm like, what the fuck he keeps knocking my glasses off for? And I finally realized that what he's doing is he's not trying to knock my glasses off. He goes like this, he puts his head on my face, and then he lays it on my shoulder. So he's hugging me back is what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's like his hug. So, yeah, this dog right here wasn't my Akita. His name was Junior. He was a badass dog. He was Akita and Blue Heeler. So that's why I have Panda. So when he I had to put him to sleep because his hips went out. So a couple weeks later, my wife, when I was married, she worked at a homeless shelter, and this lady was moving in, and she brought Panda, and they said, "We're sorry, you're not allowed to have dogs here." And I guess because my wife works with all the homeless, she pretty much knew this lady. And the lady said, "Look, I trust you. I know you and your husband are good with dogs. Can you take Panda home for me?" And it was like a week before, my wife was like, "We're not," because we had 5 dogs at the time. "We're not getting another fucking dog anymore. And we got a cat, we got a chinchilla, we got a fucking pig outside, and we got 5 goddamn dogs, Oh no, we didn't have the pig yet." And then I'm sitting on the couch, and she walks in, and she's like, "Babe, I got something for you." And I just turned around, and Panda was only 6 months old. Uh-oh, Drunk Uncle's frozen. Uh-oh. Oh, there he's back. Drunk Uncle's back now. So, she showed up with Panda, and so my Akita was black with white feet with the black spots. And Panda, almost matches them except for the face, because Panda's got white on her face. So that's how I got her. Okay, Brownie, come say hi to everybody. Jeez Louise, man. Jeez Louise. Oh, and Donnie's getting jealous of the birds now.
What about the bees?
No, he doesn't mess with the bees. He doesn't really mess with... I have one bee... Oh, sorry, Panda. It's huge. It's this big. And it's all black with just a little bit... It's deep black. Yeah. It's a huge old bee. And he flies around me, and I'm just like, "You leave me alone, bee." And he does. And then the other day I found him in Donnie's pool, and he was drowning. So I picked him up, and I took him out, and he just started flying away. Since he lived, it was cool.
Yo.
But because I've been feeding the birds every day, and they just had babies, so I used to only have 3 or 4 birds. The other day, I hear Donnie just hauling ass out there and running, and he goes to the bird feeder, and there's 30 birds flying into the tree from the bird feeder. So I got 30 fucking birds around here now, and he hates it because the squirrels were stealing the birds' food. So I moved the feeders inside where Donnie can reach it so he could keep the squirrels away. Well, now he's like, get out of my area, bitches. Watch, here he comes. Watch what he does. Look, he's going to go right into me. Gonna give me a hug? Huh? Oh, now you're not going to do it because I was bragging about you. He wanted to say hi, though. Huh.
Hello.
Dude, this guy is definitely freaking huge. Huh, Monster? How tall are you? How tall are you? See what I mean? See what he's doing? He was kind of doing it right there a little bit. I don't know. I showed you his new dog collar, right? With the American.
I don't think so.
It's got, let's see. It's got the American flag right here. And then it's got, then right here it says Donald J. Trump.
Oh, you told me when you bought the pack. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, can you get down now so I can do my show? Okay. I guess Donnie wants to be on the show today. Man, Eva, I'm sorry to hear about that. Hey, can you get down now, Donnie? Hey, you want a dog, drunk?
I just got an extra one.
He's probably twice as big as when you met him.
Yeah.
All right,
He looks it.
Get down. Look at him, freaking asshole. He's doing this on purpose now. Now you're doing this on purpose. Oh, I know why. Because I was eating a plum earlier. He wants the plum, so I'll give him a little piece and then he won't eat it. Little asshole. All right. We're not doing any news or nothing, guys. We're just going to have fun today. I've had a crazy weekend. Drunk Uncle's had a crazy couple of weeks. So.
Yeah. And I kind of noticed that Get Some doesn't really have much shit to talk to me about.
Oh, I just thought about that. Yeah, Get Some. What's up with that?
Yeah. But he admittedly likes Diaz, you know.
Yeah, I think he did one time.
Man, that whole card went from a lose-lose situation for me to a very great night for me.
Yeah,
the Matrix finally worked out in my favor.
It didn't work out for me. You know why? Because Drunk Uncle, he's learned, and he says, you know, Eddie, every time I bet on the guy I want to win, they always lose. So he made me bet him. Well, not made me, but every single time we do a bet, and I'll take the person that he doesn't, or I'll take the person that he wants to win, so that way he will his guy will win. So I lost $2. Hey, Booblius, how you doing? So I lost $2, and I paid for the fucking fight. You know what's really scary? My credit card's on Drunk Uncle's ESPN Plus. He could just be buying all kinds of shit without even me knowing. It's all good though. What's up,
I don't like sports that much. I don't know what the hell I'd buy on ESPN with your card.
Well, you know what? I was pissed, right? So I went and did something with my stepdad today, and we're watching the Dodgers game. So I come over here, and it said it's on ESPN Plus. So I go to ESPN Plus. Says watch the Dodgers live. So I go click watch the Dodgers live, and it says this broadcast has been blacked out in your neighborhood. It's, you know,
racist.
No, you know what it is. What it is you know, if they don't sell out the game, then they can't play it in certain areas. It's bullshit. Oh, Digga Warp, thank you. Hey, Robin. So speaking of racist, I tried to call you last night and your phone was off or something.
Yeah, my phone died and I didn't even know it.
I've got a story for you and for everybody here. Right. So if you guys don't know, I'm an Elks member. I was the Madera Elks Exalted Ruler, which Exalted Ruler means you're the president. Like I was the man in charge. And, you know, when you're in that position, you have to go to, like, conventions, you know. You got to go to your regional convention. Then you got to go to your state convention. Then you got to go to your national convention. But that's kind of cool, because when you're Exalted Ruler, like, not every lodge does this, but ours was big enough to do this. So our lodge would pay for me and my wife's trip to the conventions. So I was like, I mean, I get to go drink and party all weekend long, and you guys fucking pay for it? So like normally, like the state conventions, the regional, it's normally up in like up almost by Stockton. It's in Modesto where oh my gosh, the weed's kicking in. But anyway, so you go to these conventions, and I was at the state convention, and I met these guys from San Francisco. Really cool guys, you know. This one dude, me and him, we just like really clicked, like big time clicked. And so he was from the San Francisco Lodge, and he had the exact same position as me. And we became, you know, like I said, really close. He did a favor for me, like he helped. How I first met him was we had a baby in San Francisco that was she was in the hospital for like a year, and she was finally getting her first liver transplant. And the parents, I was calling and asking, you know, what I could do for them because their grandpa was an elk. So, you know, we take care of our own. And she said, you know, there's not much, you know, we're stuck here in the hospital. We don't ever get to leave. We don't get to go get food. And I was like, man. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call my friend. And I won't say his name. So I called him and I told him what's going on. And because in San Francisco, their Elks Lodge is huge. Like they have fucking a pool, they have showers, they have a gym, they have a hotel, and they have a I don't know, I think they, whatever the top star is, chef at their restaurant. You know, because these guys pay like, it's like $2,500 a year to be a member. So he's like, you know what? He's like, all right. He's like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have our in-house chef. I talked to him already. He's going to send them meals 3 times a day. And me and my wife, we live just down the block from the hospital. We're going to go over there. We're going to stay with the baby while they can go to our house and take a shower. You know, nice people. Just, you know, I barely knew them, and they're doing this for me just because we're all Elks members, right? That's what we do, especially like kids. So I'm doing a drunk uncle story here. It's going to be really long.
All right.
So we're both at the same position, you know, we're slowly working our way up in the Elks. And I was kind of on a fast track because, so when I was a kid, my dad was an elk. And then when my dad died, they had a huge blood draw. And back then you got paid money for the blood draw, you know, from the donation place. So we had a blood drive to pay for my dad's funeral expenses. You know, the VA didn't really pay for nothing. And then, so all the Elks members came out. And then when I had my surgeries, I had to donate my blood during the surgery in case something went bad. But they said for every extra pint I donated, I got like $30 off the hospital bill. So once again, we got all the Elks members to come out, and they all donated blood. My mom's copay was 30% of a huge freaking operation. You know, I was like one of the first kids in the United States to have it. And the Elks, just by donating blood and adding a little bit of cash, paid off all my hospital bills after the VA paid their part, you know? And so when I got old, when I went to go get married, you know, I was looking at clubs and you know, to join. And then we had to get a rental, a hall rental, you know, for our wedding. And I was like, let's go to the Elks Lodge. So we did. And they were like, well, if you join, you know, you save $200 on the rental. And I was like, really? I was like, all right, I've been wanting to join the Elks. So I joined. And then when people started hearing my story of, you know, how my dad did that and the Elks did that for me and my family. And all of a sudden, you know, I'm at this large convention and the Grand Exalted Ruler's there. Now, this is the guy who, I mean, there's like 1 million Elks or whatever. And he's the president of them. So, like, you know, I'm the president down here in the little city. Then you have your regional president. Then you have your state president. He's way the fuck up here, you know? And I was like, man, I want to meet that guy. So I sent him a letter, and I just said, hey, you know, this is why I became an elk and stuff like that. And all of a sudden he wanted to meet me, and we started hanging out. So I became good friends with him, you know, and his wife. And so my friends that helped out with the little baby, all of a sudden they were at a national convention, and they're like, hey, Eddie, we got an issue. And, you know, so-and-so was about to get kicked out. He was about to get kicked out. And through that time, you know, with meeting the Grand Exalted Ruler, he wanted to push me into the system to where, you know, I was rapidly, like, going to be, like, national level shit. And so it was all in progress. and I had like some stuff for the veterans I was gonna do, and so they came to me. They're like, "Do you mind, going with us to go talk to all the legal teams and the Grand Exalted Ruler about my issue?" And I said, "Well, what's the issue going on?" Well, the part of the story I haven't told you yet is he is black and he is Muslim. But we're in the Elks Lodge, and you pray.
One of the head honchos?
No, he's just a Muslim. He just his dad was a Muslim, so he was raised Muslim.
No, but I guess I must.
Oh
have
no!
missed the
I'm sorry. No, my friend that's in trouble. I have my friend from San Francisco. He's in trouble. They want to kick him out. What I come to find out is that because he's Muslim and black and married to a white woman, they wanted to kick him out of the Elks Lodge. Not the a lot of them, but like his city where he was from, because he was one of these straightforward guys and like followed the rules, and all these people were doing this under the table bullshit, and he called them on it. And they already didn't like him because he's Muslim and black and married to a white woman. And I'm like, we're in fucking San Francisco. I thought everybody is cool with that shit around here, And so racism does exist in San Francisco, guys. So I stood up for him in front of all the board members of the Elks, all the kind, the people that were pushing me up this hill faster than anybody else. And all of a sudden I wasn't being pushed up anymore. And I mean, I knew why right away, but to me, I didn't want to bring it up to my friend. I want to say, fuck, he kind of screwed me over, because I did it because he's my friend. And I thought, I don't, you know me, I'm not fucking racist. I don't believe in racist shit at all. And, so I stuck up for him. And then, so they started we have like court proceedings. Like in any club, you can have court proceedings for them to kick him out. So I would drive up every time they had one. I'd drive up to San Francisco, 3.5, 4 hour drive, and be there by his side and stand up for him. And, like 30, 40 other people did it too, but they were all like up in his area. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, drunk size. Oh, okay. And, I remember one time my truck broke down halfway there. I had to get a tow truck. We towed it to my dentist's house. I think you've met him. And then I had to go to the airport, get a car rental, and then I still drove up there to go to stand by his side, to look out for him. So after a while, I was like, oh yeah, I got to go home to Lompoc. And he's like, dude, I'm from Lompoc. So what are you going to Lompoc for? And I was like, well, my dad's birthday, and he's at his grave is Would you like to use? Shush. I was like, he's at the Lompoc Cemetery. He's like, no way, my dad's buried in the Lompoc Cemetery in the military section. So after that, whenever I'd go see my dad's grave, I would go and stop by his dad's grave, clean them both off, stuff like that. And I'd always send a picture and take it to him. And all of a sudden, when Trump got voted in, his wife is very vocal liberal, and just really, and we, she'd be like, Eddie, I can't believe this, and my wife, Angela, she was just like, Eddie, just, they're our friends. And I was like, yeah. So I wouldn't bring up political, she'd sit there and say her shit about Trump, and I just kept it quiet, because they were my friend, and I didn't want to start a fight. And so after I got divorced, I didn't really talk to him. I kind of distanced myself from everybody. And so last year, I didn't send him the picture of the gravesite. So this year, I went and I bought some flowers for my dad. I was like, well, I can't take flowers for my dad and not take some for his dad. So I bought flowers for both of them, put it on his grave, cleaned it up, took a picture, and I sent it to his wife. And her response was, wow. She said, thanks, but I didn't think a Proud Boy would do something like that. And I wrote back, I was like, really? Really? And her...
well, you have a misconception of what they are and what they do.
So here's what she replied back to me. Where'd it go now? It's so far away. I was like, really? Gee, thanks. And she's like, you did a video. You got your 4th level Proud Boy. And she spelled it BOI on purpose. And so she put, that is equal to being racist. I'm stunned you care or even sent this to me. To think we called you a friend, had you in our home, and you stood with that scum on January 6th. So she's calling me, she said, you're a Proud Boy, which equals racist. So she's calling me a racist. As I'm at her black father's Muslim grave site, putting flowers on him and asking him how his day is going. But I'm a racist. Yeah. I mean, that's how bad these liberals are nowadays. That's how, you know?
Oh, yeah.
This is one of those friends. You know how you have those friends to where, you know, you have some friends, you're like, motherfucker, you better buy my dinner next time because I'm buying it this time. And then you got your other friends where you're like, oh, I got dinner tonight. And you don't think nothing of it. You would never count because you know it always eventually balances out between you and that friend. He was one of those kind of friends, you know? We would go out to dinner, you know, and you know, it sucked for me because, you know, he's from San Francisco. He's an engineer. She's an engineer. She's like, she flies all over the country because she's famous for what she does. And so like they're used to buying like $100 steaks, you know, they come over and they're like ordering their whiskey and he's like, yeah, I'll take he got like a 27-year Macallan. It was like 200 and something bucks a shot, you know? And so he'd buy.
Muslims aren't supposed to drink alcohol.
Well, he's an Elks member. So,
nor I think marry a white woman. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a no-no.
Well,
maybe that's the more like you know, far side.
I never thought of him as being a Muslim, you know. I never thought of him like that because, you know, in the Elks when I met him, he was, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name now. He was not the pastor. Anyways, you know, he had to read our prayers every night. And he'd read our Christian prayers every time we had a meeting. He read the Christian prayers, the Christian prayers, you know. And when you're in the Elks, one of the rules is you have to believe in God, but it doesn't say what God you have to believe in.
Yeah, I think it's the same way with the Freemasons.
Yeah, but anyways,
somebody told me that you know, they're predominantly Christian, but they just ask that you need to believe in a higher power.
What's that, Polly Wally? Yeah, that's basically what it is. And so it just, yesterday I was just so awestruck, just so pissed that a friend like that who I had forever would sit there and call me a racist when I've done so much. You know, I've done so much for her husband, not money wise because they're rich compared to me, but you know, just like in friendship wise, I was just astonished that people, like how you can call somebody a racist as they're dropping off flowers to a black man's gravesite. I mean, it's like,
well, hopefully eventually they'll stumble across that they were wrong and they're gonna just feel so embarrassed. Well, at least, you know, you would assume so, but you never know with people.
Never know.
You really never know.
Oh yeah, the weed's kicking in, dude. My mom, when she used to come from Holland, before you couldn't buy these in the States. Now they sell them at Costco. They're called Mercy Candy. You guys ever had these Mercy candies?
Not me.
Oops, how can you see it there? Now you can see it.
Is it Merci from France?
Probably. I don't know. My mom would always bring it back when she came from Holland. Oh, I love these things. Like, see, we get it first, and then now Americans are getting it. And I shouldn't say we because I'm an American. In Holland, like I would go to Holland and we get, oh my gosh, I can't think of the hazelnut shit now. That everybody, Nutella. You know what Nutella is?
Yeah, I've heard of it. And then like chocolate or peanut butter.
It's a hazelnut chocolate. So that came from my mom's side. I used to go to Holland, and that's the first thing I would get is Nutella, and we'd always bring Nutella home. So, like, I knew what Nutella was a long time ago. Now, if you see, people here call them Stroop waffles, but they're Stroop waffles. But they're cookies. They're about this big, but they're waffle cookies. So it's like a cookie, then it's like syrup, and then a cookie. Oh, they're good.
Okay.
That came from Holland too, you assholes. Anyways, do you want to talk about your jujitsu issues or no?
No.
Okay.
I've been learning some cool stuff though.
Well, tell us about it.
Well, I mean, it's hard to explain, but
Can you show them what you bought? Show them what you bought.
Oh yeah, with the puppy,
You put it away.
I put it, yeah, because I knew that she was gonna start nibbling on it as soon as the show. But let's see.
Don't let her nibble on it.
I know
She'll mess it up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she chews on things, and that thing was expensive. So, but I know everybody's gonna think the same whenever you see it, unless you know what it is.
I didn't. I thought it was something. You didn't want to know.
Well, they're gonna know. It's gonna look like something, especially the way it's laying right now. Pretty much.
Is there something about a 2 Live Crew song? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's the 2 Live Crew.
So this is my grappling dummy.
Did you guys get that, folks? It's his grappling dummy.
Yeah.
You know he sleeps with it at night. What's the name on YouTube?
I'll sleep.
Drunk Uncle. He's a struggle snuggler. That's why he bought that. Really, it's not. It's a dummy. Like, God damn it! Fucking hug me.
Yeah.
I had that happen one
time.
The
other day, the way I hold guard, which is the way I'm playing defense, which is my strategy, is holding guard.
Oops. Weeds kicking
my
in.
legs are kind of flexible, so I can hold guard in a way that most people, it would make them uncomfortable holding guard that way. And my professor noticed that, and he's like, I want to teach you something, a little variation, since you can hold guard like that, of like way you can tie like somebody up and have a bunch of options. And he taught me this thing called the lazy dog, is what he called it. But basically, the way my legs are, I'm able to trap my arm and his arm, which keeps him from being able to do anything. And supposedly, inevitably, the guy will end up getting frustrated and try to squirm around a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. And then I basically shift my hips and I get him into that omoplata that I love to do so much.
Giga says it sounds like a porno.
Yeah. There's so many like sexual innuendos to jiu-jitsu. I think they purposely done that because they realize how suspect a lot of the moves look.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. So I've got something to show you guys. I got my new phone. Turn your laptop. There we go. So this is the phone that I had, I think, when I met you, my iPhone 13, right? What phone do you have? You have an iPhone 8, right?
Yeah.
This is an SE. So this is when the FBI raided my house, I had to go to Verizon to get a new phone, and this was the cheapest phone they had. So that's why I got this one.
Is that a 6?
No, it's I don't know. It's just an SE. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was a 6, and they come in. That was one of the ones that came in like different kind of brighter colors.
Yeah, well, this is like the size of your phone, right? So this is my old phone right here. So can you see the size difference between these two? Now wait now wait till you see my new. This is I only use this for filming now. This is my live stream only phone. Look at the fucking size difference, bro. Especially when you put it up to the smaller one. But
technology is generally supposed to get smaller, but doesn't seem that way with phones and tablets.
Well, it's because people want to see the bigger screen. I got bad eyes.
Oh yeah, I know. But they're gonna have to start making pockets bigger.
Oh shit! I forgot.
Eventually.
Yeah. Well, like I remember back in like 2000, my buddy had a cell phone and it was like this big and it just had a little microphone coming out and a little speaker. I mean, look how good you can read this shit compared to the old one.
Yeah. What confuses me is I see this all the time, but I've never like asked anybody. So maybe there's somebody in the chat that does this. I see it especially with women. They take their cell phone and they put it in their back pocket.
Yeah, how did they not break it?
Yeah, like that's what I was getting ready to say because I like to check out booties.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You get in trouble.
Phone, there's no.
Well,
and like I just wonder if they take out that phone before they sit down, or
nope.
Have they kind of figured out that the way it sits or something that the phones are able to take that type of stress to it?
I think they're used to big booties.
Scared to put it in the pocket and sit down.
Yeah. Well, and so you know how my phone this phone always would overheat when I was in the protector. So with this phone, they actually made a commercial to tell you do not buy a cover for it because this is the strongest screen ever. It won't break. Blah blah blah. And by the way, folks, just so you know, if you can trade in any other iPhone, then they will give you, as long as your iPhone's paid off and you trade this in, you get this phone for free. So that's how I got it. It's free. It's a little trick. One of the secrets to, well, at least Verizon, if you have Verizon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I need to go get me another one because, I mean, I don't use my phone much, but the battery is just getting bad.
Getting bad.
I mean, it's probably 5-6 years old.
Yeah, you got the 8. You got the 8.
I got it. Yeah, I got it right when the 10 came out.
It's a long
Whenever
time
that
ago. Long time ago. Long time ago. So what else has been going on?
Learn the cool move. Not gonna talk about the other thing. Dog.
You watch Cobra Kai?
Yeah, Cobra Kai. What's up? Definitely they're gonna have another season.
Especially if they have Tori in a bikini getting out of the pool again. Oh yeah. She's over 18, so don't worry. She's like 27 or something, isn't she?
I don't know.
Real life.
Yeah, they're all of age. Yeah. Except for the ones that obviously aren't, like the little bully and LaRusso Jr. or whatever.
The kid, yeah.
Yeah.
God Rides a Harley's complaining about AT&T and how they're screwing him over on his internet. You want to know what's funny? So I was just at his house like 3-4 months ago. Mm-hmm. And every time I went outside to walk Donnie, there's a big, huge van across the fucking street that says something broadband internet. We're the cheapest in town or something like that. So then Graw's like, I don't know where to get internet at, Eddie. Where should I go? I'm like, go to the guy across the street. And it looks like he still didn't go to the guy across the street. Right? Oh my God.
He's like, that guy's outside. How am I supposed to know he's there? I don't go outside.
Oh no, his neighbors are very friendly. Very friendly. Dude, the day I pulled up, me and Donnie get out and here comes this pit. No, it's not a pit bull. It was, I think it was a brown, retriever. Right? Mm-hmm. He comes running and I'm like, uh-oh. And Donnie's just like, oh, hey, I got a new friend. And they're just running around in circles, playing. And they're like, hi, my name is, I don't remember their name, but yeah, he lives in a good neighborhood.
Hi, my name is what? My name is. My name is.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Austin Powers. Where was Austin Powers? Somewhere is. They have all 3 episodes right now.
Netflix.
I watched that the other night.
All 3 of them just the other day.
You must have been watching them at the same time. I only watched the first one so far. It's funny though. So like when I was young, I was young. When I still am. Not young, but still am a big time flirt, I'm always flirting with the girls and talking shit. And all of a sudden, when I first saw it, was a Goldfinger 2 Or was Gold member 2 or 3?
Okay.
Huh?
Third one.
Okay. And he's like, I'm horny because I'm Dutch. And I'm half Dutch. I was like, that's why I'm fucking like this all the time.
I think Gold member it's rare that the third movie would be your favorite, but that's the one that I find myself watching more than the other ones.
I didn't, when the first time I watched the first one, I was like, my friend's laughing. I'm like, what the fuck are you laughing at? So, but also he was high and I wasn't.
Yeah.
The power of marijuana. Dude, I am like feeling freaking great. I forgot.
And I'm sure they would be even more funny to me if I'd watched like James Bond movies.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't really seen any James Bond movies, so it took me a long time to catch on to why the girls had sexual innuendos for names, like Ivana Humpalot.
Yeah.
I didn't, I thought, I was just kind of like chuckled at it, but I didn't get it. And then like, subtleties and like whenever Seth, or what was his name? Scotty Evil was like, why don't you just go back and kill him on the crapper or something? I guess these are just like weird scenarios that are set up in these movies where they could obviously get something done, but they're like, oh, I'm going to run away now. And then eventually the guy. So.
What about, no, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm super hot. Super freaking high. All right, dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk.
That's what I was saying. Who likes dark chocolate in here? Raise your hand if you like dark chocolate. They say dark chocolate is supposed to be healthier for you though, right? Or not as unhealthy?
It probably doesn't have as much sugar in it.
Milk. Everybody's saying milk. We're all sweet tooth in here, aren't we? We're all sweet tooth in here.
We're mostly all Americans, so we like our chocolate with a bunch of sugar, not like real chocolate like they have in
bitter.
In Europe.
Dark chocolate is more bitter, isn't that the right word for it?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of European chocolate. But they're not a fan of our chocolate either.
Yeah. See, I would have thought Hope was gonna say dark chocolate because she's just different like that. I really thought. Oh, did you watch the video where I met? I already knew him, but where Cajun Cat King was there, so you could see what he looked like.
Yeah, I didn't think he would look like that. But then again, how do you know? I didn't expect a cowboy.
Yeah. Hey, when you hear a Marine, I thought I was gonna be coming up to the bit, and I mean he's big, but he's wiry big,
Yeah.
And he's Cajun Cat King. I love you, but you're crazy, bro. Oh my gosh, the stories he was telling me last night. Wow. Anyways, man, I'm hungry. Ooh, I got roast beef sandwiches. That's what I'm gonna have.
Hey Eddie, so
no,
I bought a little contraption. Only cost me $6 from Amazon.
I'm not telling you how to fucking use it. Back scratcher. Back scratcher. I got a Mickey Mouse one.
And you get 2 of them. It's like $6.
Dude, you go to the Oakland swap meet, you'll get 2 for $1. That's probably where they get them from.
Oh, I don't care. All I know is now I can scratch my back. No need for a girlfriend anymore. That was half their job. Scratch my back.
Hey, Have you ever been to like a real flea market?
Define real flea market.
I'm finished eating. What's up, Mr. P? Well,
Because the South is known for flea markets.
yeah. Well, when you go to a flea market here, if you speak Spanish, you're gonna get cheaper deals. And I mean, you go in there, there's gonna be fucking hot Mexican chicks walking around. It's like 20 degrees outside, and they're wearing their fucking tight pants and their low cut shirts and looking like Selma Hayek.
No, that's not what the flea market is. These look a lot like frequent Kmart customers and everyday McDonald eaters.
I got you.
Just puffing and puffing around.
Oh,
trying
no.
to give you 50 cents for a pair of Abercrombie and Fitch jeans.
Yeah, that's the same. But I mean, like, freaking, like the flea markets that I go to, I mean, like, every other booth is a fucking, these shitty, like, $10 speakers that they're selling for, like, $200, and they got them full blast, and all you hear is, just, like, stupid junk.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, you'll have a guy drive by, ringing his little bell, and you're like, hey, they come over, and you get a Tecate for like $2, and then you wait for the next jingle, and it's the girl or the guy, and he has this thing called Doritos. So what it is, it's like it's almost like a pork rind, but it's made out of like a dough, like flour. It's real light, like a pastry puff almost. And so you get these, and they're in the shape of like little flowers. And then you take lemon and you squeeze a whole shitload of lemon on them. Then you get your chili sauce and you just pour tons of chili on there, and you just eat your hot it's like, hot pork rinds. You're just walking down there with hot pork rinds, drinking your beer.
Yeah. I guess flea markets are going to be different wherever you go. Like if you're in your area with a lot of Hispanics, it's probably going to be different than a South Central LA.
Oh no, that's what the South Central and the one up north is the same way. No, where was the video at, Mega? Oh, by the way, we got a copyright strike. It's funny. I was, we were kicked off for a little over a week, and then I did a video the other day, and like right when the video's done yesterday, I get copyright strikes from 2 different videos from 2020. How the fuck is this shit happening? So I had to appeal it today. Shit, Chris Reyes. Where is it on his Facebook page? Mega, is it? Let me look. I see you guys can't see the screen. Let me look on his Facebook page. He really got in a fight with 10 Antifa, huh? Holy shit. This is kind of depressing, guys. We only care about this stuff when there's a fight or something involved, right?
What it do?
Is this the one? It's not the right one, is it? Looks like him. It's not on my friends list though. Hold on, let me look. Oh, is that why I can't find him? Well, shit. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. I gotta show this to you guys. You guys are gonna fucking think oh my god, you guys are gonna think I'm bad. You guys are gonna think I'm bad. Okay. What am I doing here? I gotta share this with Drunk. He's gotta see this. Share my screen. I want to share this one. Go live. You gotta click watch screen or something, Drunk Uncle. Oh, fuck. Too many times.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I gotta do here to show them, we'll go here. Okay, now look at some of these pictures. Tell me if anything says, freaks, like you have to take a double look at it. Tell me if any of them.
Yeah.
And don't and
Third
give it
one.
the third one, right? I looked at that. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I went closer and I was like, oh. But dude, like, does that not look freaking pornographic? Tell me that doesn't look pornographic. Like from far away, it looks like two legs like this and something pink in the middle. So I was like, no way Facebook let that on there. And then I looked closer and I was like, oh. I think it's two people kissing. Is that what it is? Oh, yeah, it's two people kissing. Okay. But I mean, I looked at that. I was like, "Oh shit! How'd that get on fucking? How'd that get on Facebook? You know? Baby, come back." Anyways, hold on. I got to say something. I'm gonna get a plum. I bought these plums from Costco, and I gotta eat them before they go bad.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
So I'm not sure what we're talking about. Something about a guy named Reyes. What happened?
Apparently, he got in a fight with 10 Antifa or something. What did it say again? Hold on.
With 10 of them by himself?
He said he's gonna post it on his YouTube tonight. Okay. Good, because then I don't get in trouble. Let's see. Where was it? Yeah, fighting 10 Antifa. I mean, Chris is not like, he doesn't look like, he doesn't look like Rufy or anybody like that. Chris just looks like a normal dude.
No, you don't have to be, but 10 people is a lot by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've tested, I brought up to my coach, not to my professor one night, my coach. Remember, he's just a blue belt. About somebody saying that jiu-jitsu isn't feasible for like a street fight. And he's like, the fuck it ain't. And they're like, well, what happens, you get on your back where you always want to be for jiu-jitsu and you got people coming at you. And he's like, all right, go ahead. Like, you've knocked me down. And he falls back. He's like, come in and start trying to, like, punch or kick me. And, like, of course we weren't going, like, full or anything like that. But he theoretically broke 3 of our ankles in about 8 seconds. All 3 of our ankles got broken within 8 seconds from him being. So, and he's not a big guy. He's like 125 pounds, like 5'7".
He's wiry. Dude.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, and they're starting to teach me these leg locks, and I tell you, they scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
There's nothing more terrifying than being put in a leg lock because you move a few inches to the left or a few inches to the right, or if somebody gets you in it and you react the wrong way, you say goodbye to your knee or ankle. Like, and I'm not talking about, oh, you're going to be hurting. Like, no, like, your knee's going to get destroyed and you're going to have several years of surgeries to go through.
Hope mentioned her uncle again, so we got to take another shot. You got to start having liquor at your house, asshole. Why am I the only one doing the shots? To Hope's uncle. Sweet.
I'll just drink much longer.
Dude. Uh-oh, I think I might be allergic to fucking plums. My mouth is starting to go. Yo, what's up, Gate Smasher? Gate Smasher!
When was the last time you had a plum? I love plums.
Other day, I bought one from Costco. You know how that is. You go to the regular grocery store, you get 3 or 4 of these. You go to fucking Costco, you get like 50 pounds.
Yeah.
What's up, Grifton? I see Grifton all over the place.
Well,
Grifton.
I don't love plums.
Grifton don't like your buddy, drunk uncle.
What? Diaz?
No. Look at his name. Grifting ain't easy. He's making fun of somebody.
Oh, okay.
Your buddy.
When you said my buddy, I was like,
Drunk Uncle's like, I ain't got no buddies. Eddie's my only fucking buddy.
like, who would they even know about? You know?
True.
Did you get to watch the Crowder from yesterday, where he had that conversation with the gay guy that he had to blur out?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to present that to Andy and see if I can't get a reaction. Just like, you're not gonna like what's being said, but
we should watch it.
I need you to watch this and you know, get back with me about that, because like I've told you before, he's not even actually happy with the way things are going. So, but knowing him, by the time I bring it up, he's probably gonna already have watched it, and I can just bring up something to him, and like he's like, "Yep, I know what you're talking about," and then he'll know like a detail that I don't know about. Like the other day, remember when it was the girl from Hunger Games that said she had
Jennifer
nightmares
Lawrence?
about Tucker Carlson?
Jennifer Lawrence? Is that who it is?
I don't know. It sounds right. I mean, she was from Hunger.
Never watched that show.
Okay.
Nelly, if you're hidden, then she hid you. Or blocked you, or whatever the fuck you call it. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but she was saying something about how she has nightmares about Tucker Carlson or something. And then somebody, I think it was
milk.
Education, or I seen a meme of where they're like, she has nightmares about Tucker Carlson.
No, I can't see it, Mega.
And it was like her with pictures of that with that Harvey Weinstein guy. You know, he's a pedophile. You know.
Hold on, I got a mod.
But sexual assaulter, not a pedophile. Or, you know, take that back. But sexual assaulter. You all right over there?
Yeah, I think Mega's trying to put their link in, so I'm gonna make him a mod so he can put the link in.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was doing. All right.
Anyways, I brought that up, and he said that the reason she supposedly has nightmares about Tucker Carlson is there's video of, for some reason, Tucker Carlson being on set during the Hunger Games and her seeming very like standoffish about him being around. And I was like, I did not hear that. I thought it was just, you know, never mind.
I got you. Oh, did you watch, before I forget, did you watch, My Son is Hunter?
No, I never got around to it.
Oh,
I watched the first little bit of it. I was trying to find the link to where I can just download the YouTube video, like Keep Vids. It used to be Keep Vids, but now it's probably something else.
Hold on. Is that All Gas No Brakes starting to fight with Chris too, Mega? Oh no, it just looks like him. Dude, he ain't. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to show this because I don't want to get in trouble. But Mega did put the link to his channel with the video. Oh, homeboy! Ooh, oh, shit! The Patriot who came to help Chris Reyes, dude, it's a big old boy. He just like punched somebody like 3-4 times. Oh my gosh, Chris is. Oh man, I gotta show this to you, Drunk. Hey guys, don't leave my channel, but
is Chris the one in the red?
Wait a minute, hold on, it's showing it? No way.
No, I clicked on the link.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I clicked on it.
Yeah, Chris is the bald dude in the black with the backpack on. With the big beard.
Red camo pants?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, you think Antifa be wearing those camo pants.
Well, at first you couldn't tell because they were both looked like they were dressed in like all black.
Hold on, wait. So I got to rewind this real quick. So they bear sprayed Chris, and the guy that was next to him, he's like, "You got some of that on me, motherfucker!" And start just wham! And he's like, put the guy's on the ground, and he's just like, "Oh man, have you seen that part yet, drunk?" Oh well, shit, guys, go watch this video.
Does it break up for a little bit and then start again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm at a minute and a half in.
Oh, no, it was like at 45 seconds.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it looks like fucking Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy, did you go to freaking LA this weekend? Dude, man, the dude that actually helped him was just a big old fucking dude. I mean, look at Chris. He don't look that big, but he didn't take nobody's shit. I give him props. You guys go click that video for Mega Million. You guys will like it.
I have to go back and...
Oh, the cops showed up. Oh, and then they arrested him. They arrested Chris. Why are they arresting Chris? That's some bullshit. Arresting Chris. Bullshit. Let's see if they arrest anybody else. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe they let him out. Or you just splice some videos together. Because now, let's see. I see Chris walking. Maybe they didn't arrest him. Maybe they just stopped him. Because now I see Chris walking around again. So he must have, he maybe they let him go. Maybe they let him go. What do you think? You think they let him go? Is Mr.
I don't know.
What's up, Independent? What's going on?
I see odd things that people don't see now that I've been in the martial arts game.
Uh-huh.
And it's like that one dude, the big dude that came in and, you know, threw a little bit of hands.
Yeah.
Like, he just took a few boxing classes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it's crazy. Like, these people that could put your lights out, but if they just went up against somebody that maybe had just a few months of boxing under their belt, you would lay them slap the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys can put your lights out. A lot of times they're fighting against somebody that also doesn't know how to fight. But I was like, oh man, this guy could be good. Like, if he just didn't, you know, if he learned,
mm-hmm.
and you know, man, he'd be a killer.
Probably.
So.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what do you think about you know, going down to Florida and going to some illegals and being like, hey, you want a free trip on an airplane? You want to stay in a hotel a couple nights? Yeah, you want some free food? Okay. We're gonna take you on a plane trip. What do you think about that? Ron DeSantis.
Well, I know the liberals are highly upset, which makes me happy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, Martha's Vineyard, they could have picked a different spot if they wanted to, you know, be more set in stone on laws or whatever, and take them actually into a city, like these sanctuary cities. I think they kind of messed up by doing Martha's Vineyard and not somewhere like Boston. Martha's Vineyard's in Massachusetts.
You know why he did Martha's Vineyard, right?
Huh?
You know why he did Martha's Vineyard, right?
Well, Obama lives there.
Yeah, and it's like one of the richest neighborhoods in the country to live in.
Oh, I understand that. I dissect things a little bit more. I don't, as much as we all thought it was funny as shit, now they're like looking into him for like human trafficking or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. He was smart though. He had him sign a piece of paper saying, "I agree."
Yeah, well, we need to see that paperwork, because as much as the other side wants to present their evidence, I only say you don't know this. Like, unless it is signed, sealed, delivered, like you see it, you read it. Like, don't believe what the fuck these people were saying. Like, I don't care what news organization you're watching. Like, you basically have to watch both sides and then try to figure out what you think possibly happened, because you're not going to get the real story from either side. I'll go ahead and tell you that.
I've been watching enough live PD lately, or excuse me, On Patrol. The cops always say, well, you get his side of the story, you get that person's side of the story, and then what you got to do is figure out the truth.
Yep.
So,
and sadly, you don't, especially with mainstream media, you don't get that. That's why it's beneficial to turn into shows like ours and Crowder, Tim Pool, people that aren't beholden to sponsors. I mean, you can find the liberal ones too. Not really that I really think bring much to the table anymore, but it's out there.
Remember when that one tried to make fun of Steven Crowder, and he tried to bring on some expert to debate Steven Crowder, and Steven Crowder just walked all over him?
Yeah.
What's
Ethan,
that? Yeah.
Ethan or something. Yeah.
How does that dude have millions of followers? Like, what the fuck?
Supposedly, when that first happened, I had an employee at the time that was aware of him, and he said, my girl has been a subscriber to his channel for years, and he's like, but he's changed. Like, he used to be like all about like making fun of like this like weird stuff and like being very edgy and anti-censorship stuff, and then something happened, and then he just started becoming like a social justice warrior.
Yeah.
So I think he grew his base just being not all there and being wild and talking about crazy things. Supposedly, he went on and on about saying the N-word over and over. One of the episodes about how he just loves to say the N-word. He just like kept saying it, like nailing the ending with the ER and everything. Like, sticking the landing.
Wow.
Yeah. So people get their start, and then somehow they get flipped, and then we see it in Hollywood. You see it everywhere.
Yeah. Have you seen that one video? And the title is, "This is how you can say the N-word as a white man," or something like that. Right? So it's a comedian skit, right?
Oh, and it's like it has to be on a certain day within a certain time, and then if that's the same one.
No. So this white dude walks on stage, and freaking, it's kind of like a dark state. It's like has a black screen behind him, right? And it's like bad lighting, and so the white guy's real bright, so you see him, and then the black dude walks up, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And you think he's gonna say the word, and then he stops, and all of a sudden this black dude comes next to him and says the word, and then he's like, "You know what? Fuck you," and then he points, and the black guy says the N-word. You haven't seen that one? Oh, it's funnier than shit. It's really funny. When we're off the air, I'll play it for you.
Yeah, I know there's another comedian that laid out the scenario And it was like it had to fit all this criteria, doing this certain crime to you at this day, at this time, and between this. It was crazy. And then at the end, I think he was still like, but we still have the right to fuck you up afterwards if we don't think it was it. I can't remember who it was. Who was it? I'm not gonna be able to remember. It was too long ago.
Yeah, dude, I remember. So, when I was when my dad died, I had to take a test to get. My mom needed help paying for school when I was at Catholic school, and so I had to go take this fucking test before the state would help pay for me to go to special school. And so it came through, and then they wanted me to go to a school for mentally disabled kids. And my mom was like, that's not what he is. You know, I was in 6th grade. And so they're like, okay, well, we're going to send him to a psychiatrist or whatever. They gave me all these fucking tests. And they're like, dude, you know, your son has the IQ and the knowledge of what most kids in 12th grade have. And my mom's like, bullshit, he gets C's and D's in Catholic school. Because I hated Catholic school. And so what they did is they skipped me. So I was 11 years old in high school. Now just think of an 11-year-old who's normally going to be in 6th and 7th grade going to a high school where sluts are. Let's put it that way. You know, the girls in the tight shorts and the little crop tops and, you know. So
Now, were you in a wheelchair or were you just walking around at this point in time?
I walked, but I had my bad limp.
Yeah.
So,
sometimes it was a little bit more of a limp, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But because I was so young, you know, I didn't know how to act around the high school people, right? And the girls I felt like, so the girls that lived 2 doors down from me, they went to the high school that I was going to, and it was like 10 miles away. So they would drive me to school. And these girls were just smoking fucking hot, both sisters. And they're black, right? You know, I just fell in love with both of them, and especially the one I fell really in love with, right? And so I started hanging out with them, you know, doing everything like them. I'm wearing Carl Kanais, you know, Tommy Hilfiger stuff. And we're walking out of school one day, and one of the guys was using that word, you know? And so I was like, well, I guess I'm in now. So I'm like, yeah. And all of a sudden, y'all just stop. They're like, Eddie, we fucking love you, but you can't say that word. I was like, I thought I was one of y'all. And he's like, no, you're not. You are, but you can't say that word. And I was like, okay. But, you know, I'm like 11 years old, you know, trying to hang out with, you know, she drove, so she was 16.
Yeah. You'd be like, I heard that word on the Snoop Dogg album.
Oh, yeah.
You just say it with an A and it's cool. Dude, I just heard them say it.
Yep. Then there was this girl this blonde, just like milky white skin blonde girl, like one of the last blonde girls I liked. And I was just, I would follow her around school campus like a little kid. Freaking, she wore Guess jeans every day. And I used to always get in trouble. Because I used to be like, Jennifer, Jenny, Sarah, Maria. And they turn around, why do you keep saying names? Your pants says to guess, so I'm trying to guess your name. It worked a couple times. Didn't work most of the time. Oh yeah, but I just remember her back in the 90s, like 92, all the girls wore those tight Guess jeans. You know what I'm talking about?
92? No, I was like second.
Oh, you're
grade, I think. Second or third grade.
Dude, when like in the 90s and stuff, when I was in high school, you know, the white chicks, they wore nothing. And then you went and hung out, you know, with any of the cultures, you know, the Mexican, black, whatever you were hanging out with, it was all just fucking, you know, big, huge Carl Kanais, you know, like fucking 10 times too big, bright fucking yellow, you know? I remember showing up at school one day and my friend's like, you look like a fucking pumpkin. And I was like, what are you talking about? I had I had orange cross-color pants. I had a green cross-color shirt and I had like a yellowish fucking hat, and I looked like a pumpkin. You don't remember wearing those clothes? If you remember Jenkos, they're kind of like Jenkos, but not as
You
bad.
mean like empty pants?
No, they were jeans. They're always just baggy jeans. Like they had
With,
LA
like,
Gate. Huh?
Did they have pleats in them?
No, they're just baggy clothes. Just who wore baggy clothes in the 90s. You sagged.
Yeah.
You had to have all
We
that.
were talking about, dude, that was early 90s. I started school in 88 or 87,
Youngster.
somewhere around.
My favorite thing, I still want to get them one day. I can't feel my feet, but I don't know why. I had to have the Reebok pumps, the black ones with the freaking orange on the basketball that you pumped it up on. Oh yeah.
Sure.
And this was when I was a spoiled, rotten little piece of shit punk, right? And me and my stepdad would get in fights like every day. And he owned a couple businesses, you know, he was doing good for himself, right? And I came in and I was like, hey, I need to go get some shoes. Give me $180 or what was it, $180 back when I bought them. And this was in the 90s. So that's like $500 now. And my stepdad, he's like, why should I give you $180 for some shoes? And swear to God, I looked at him and I was like, did I tell you to go fuck off yet today? Little 15-year-old kid. And he's like, all right, here's your money. That was the kind of relationship we had when I was a kid, you know? It was like a love-hate relationship.
Well, Reebok pumps made a resurgence back in the pop culture, kind of underground pop culture, around in 2007. And I love that because I go to this store called Journeys in the mall.
Oh, I still go there. That's where I get my DC shoes.
Yeah, yeah. And you get you some they had about 4 or 5 different styles, but $70 or
DC.
$60 to $70, you get you a pair of old school Reebok pumps.
I like the black ones always. I always got to get the black DCs.
Yeah.
I can't wear white. You give me a white shoe, white pants, white shirt, white anything. I won't even have left the house and it's already dirty. Just the way it is. Oh, I forgot to do this for Chris Reyes. Hold on, we're doing this for Chris Reyes. Hey, speaking of that, man, so the lawyer for Joe Biggs sent the big, huge mass text message over the weekend and said, hey guys, you know, we really need some help. You know, if there's any way you guys can spread out the word of this, of, you know, the Give, Send, Go, which should be popping up every once in a while, right? Help out. So there it is right there. It'll say Staff Sergeant Joseph Biggs. Go donate money. But he sent out his mass text message. And oh my fucking God, the people responding. 'Cause, like, he sent it to like a lot of lawyers, you know? And all these lawyers are like responding, you know, take me off this fucking text. Fuck you and fuck your, you know, racist. And I'm just like, holy shit, you know? And finally I was just like, you know what, guys? You know, if you didn't like the message, all you got to do is scroll the fuck on. And had you not made another message, nobody would have fucking text messaged you back again. And it just went just on and on. So it's like, holy shit, man. Whatever happened to changing the fucking channel? Right? Oh, like, so Friday and Saturday nights, if you fucking call me, I'm not going to answer because I'm tweeting with, I always want to say live PD, with On Patrol. Because it's funny. You'll see something happen on the screen and you're like, can you believe that girl wore that? You know, like just talking shit just all night long. And so this one girl gets pulled over. She has no license, no insurance. The car's not even in her name, but she had just bought it, right? And she doesn't speak any English. So, you know what she is. And so then they go to commercial, they come back, and the cop is like, I can't believe this chick. She's asking this guy for a free ride. She's asking this guy if he'll buy her dinner. So I tweeted, I'm like, well, what do you expect? You know, the liberals, they bring them across the border. They give them clothes. They give them medicine. They give them food. They give them money. They give them a cell phone, and then they give them a plane ticket. So how do you expect them to act? You know, you walk in a country, and they're like, here's everything free. Wouldn't you think everything was free for the rest of the rest of eternity, drunk?
I don't know. I kind of zoned out.
Oh, never mind. I'm
You
just
went
saying.
a little bit too drunk, Uncle, and
My bad. No, I'm saying if you walk into a country and they just start handing you money, giving you a cell phone, giving you food, giving you a place to live, and a plane ticket to anywhere you want in the country, wouldn't you assume that everything in that country was fucking free?
pretty much.
So why do people not understand that all these immigrants, whatever they are, whether they're Mexican or Italian or Chinese or Haitian or whatever they are, you give them all this free shit when they get here. That's all they're gonna do is think, hey, look at all the shit they gave me for just walking here. Like, that's my welcoming party. Can you imagine what they're gonna give me for the rest of my life? Well, isn't that how you would think, drunk? I mean, come on.
Well, let's hope that people don't think like that, but I don't know.
No? What's up, Cajun? I don't even know how to say that word. Tiet Anji. Anj. Tiet Anj. I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Do you know how to say that, drunk?
That's probably the dialect that they read. So if you read it right, it should come out with a dialect.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He does. He has his dialect too.
You're supposed to say the Cajun.
Cajun. I don't know, but
but it's I would assume in Bayou dialect. Cajun.
well, here's the problem. I was, we're talking about where to go, and I was like, is there a Mexican bar there? He's like, well, there's a Mexican restaurant. Because I wanted to take him to a Mexican bar, right? Could you imagine walking into a Mexican bar? They all come from Mexico or Honduras or Guatemala or wherever they come from, right? El Salvador, the girls with the big old booties. Not Puerto Ricans. El Salvadoreños, right? I didn't even say it right. Those are the girls that would love his accent. We'd be sitting at the bar and he'd start talking in Cajun, and those girls would be like, what? Because, they don't come from their country. Like, so I'm at a bar one day, and I walk in, and all three bartenders are like, Eddie. And they all come, give me a hug. They give me a kiss, right? And I go sit at the bar, and one night, out of the blue, this guy just all pissed off. He's like, hey, motherfucker, why you coming to my bar and take my women? And I was like, bro, you really think they came here for you? And he's like, what? I was like, they left their country to come to America to find themselves a white boy. I was like, and you know what? I actually tipped them. That's how I got all the girls. But if Cajun walked in there, oh my gosh. Those girls would have been all over Cajun, and then I could have been like, so what's up, ladies? He just lives around the corner. I'll give you a ride on my brand new truck.
With this profession, that he could just like, oh, we don't like Cajuns. He's like, what about French?
Right? He could probably do that. He probably
What
could.
about Yankee? What about Southern? What about German? What about Russian?
Right?
Got a backpack full of dialects, ladies.
Oh my gosh. So fucking
Make tickle.
It's interesting what turns a woman on and like what even turns on men, right? Like there was this Mexican girl and I'd always flirt with her in class, and she'd talk, but she never flirted back. And so then one day, I pull up and that was back then I had a 2005 Dodge Ram Cummins, but I had the big, huge monster, right? Like I actually had a step stool and I put a rope on the motherfucker. So I'd open up the door, I'd put the step stool down, I'd climb up into my truck, sit down, I'd take the rope, pull it up, put the step stool behind. That's how I had to get in my truck. It was so big, right? I roll up in the handicap parking spot it was like my spot. I called it my spot. It was right where everybody walked into the building. And so I pull up, and, you know, an old Dodge Ram Cummins. It's not like my new one. It's like, you know, you know how a diesel truck sounds, right? And all of a sudden, that Mexican girl that I was all in love with, she turns around, she looks at my truck, and then she looks at me, and so we go to class, and she's like, Eddie, where'd you get that? Whose truck is that? And I was like, that's my truck. And she's like, you drive a big truck? Like, all of a sudden, she was in love with me just because I had that fucking truck. Oh, man. Right? Like, there's a certain thing a lady will do that'll make you guys, like, make us fall in love. I remember we had a girl in class. Her name was Chase, right? And she spelled it differently because it was weird because we had a guy named Chase in class and a girl named Chase. And, like, I never really paid attention to her that much. And then one day, it was raining outside. She walked into class. She had on just this white shirt, and it was, like, really, you know, the ones that they cut so they're, like, just a white t-shirt that's all cut and kind of roughly. And she's soaking wet, so it's you know, it looks like she's all sweating. And I was just like, Chase, how you doing? I never talked to the chick, and just for some reason, she walked in that room, and I was just like, holy shit. And she never looked like that again, but still, every time I saw her, right now I'm picturing it. Right? What is it for you, drunk uncle? What would this woman could be a total bitch, and then all of a sudden you see something on her and you're like, hey, you know what? Maybe she is kind of nice. There's always one thing.
What's the premise again?
What is the one thing that a female could do or have to get you to say, man, that fucking bitch, to 2 seconds later being, dang, she might be nice after all? Like an action, it could be an action. Like she picked up a puppy and gave it a kiss. You know, like what is the sexiest thing a woman can do? And don't get too pornographic. Well, it wouldn't be pornographic because you haven't met her yet. She's been bitchy to you, so you don't want to talk to her. But then she did something or she looked a certain way. Like, I curled my hair today. That would make you go from bitch to hey baby.
It could be just something that she does or changes the way she looks. Just anything.
Right?
No, I want to think on it.
Right?
Maybe I'm a little bit too high.
Oh, I'm definitely high. There's a lot of things. Like, so I remember when I was younger and I worked at Taco Bell, I was like 15. And I'm doing the dishes, and I was known as the horn dog. And my manager is like, hey, Eddie, I want you to take this order. And I'm like, dude, I'm washing the fucking dishes. You told me not to come take orders right now. He's like, come take an order. And they're all laughing, right? I walk out there, and there's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in a bikini, but not a normal bikini. It's the one where it's just a string like this big, all the way everywhere. It's only like a string that big.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just like, well, welcome to Taco Bell. Can I help you? And my manager says my eyes were just like this, right? She was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen, and she was pregnant though. So then, like a month later, she comes walking in, and my manager's like, hey, look, it's that girl you fell in love with. And I turned around, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That chick looks awful. So it was, you know, how they do their hair can turn me on. I don't know what it is. It's something always. Depends on my mood, too. Oh, yeah, perfume? Oh.
If I have to say what would totally flip the switch if somebody was, let's say a customer come in and she's just being a bitch, but, you know, she was cute, but still being a bitch. You know, that kind of overrides very quickly.
I don't know. I like the bitchiness sometimes.
But then at the end, says she's like a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm like, all right, I'm going to seek this out, see what happens.
Okay.
At least I'll have somebody to roll with.
I gotcha. That works. Heck, yeah, I won't go into detail. Never mind. Eric says her smile. I don't know about. I'm not really looking at smile. I don't look at smiles. I don't look at legs. I look at booties and boobs, and hair. Booties, boobs, and you gotta smell good. I mean, honestly, you gotta smell good.
Yeah, but being a bitch overrides that. Like, even if she's being a bitch and she's smiling, then that's just evil. I mean, she's enjoying cutting you down.
Yeah, and that pisses you off. You just, oh my gosh. There it is. Donate to the Joe Biggs Legal Fund.
That's my move to smile at you while you're all upset.
No, actually, that's Ben Berklum.
That's my move.
That's Ben Berklum. So for photography,
I always said that you can't win an argument with your girlfriend. Yes, you can, and I was very good at it, but the end result is not what you want it to be.
Oh no, I'm very good at cutting people down. My ex-wife told me one time. She's like, you know what? She's like, I don't like fighting with you. I was like, why? Because I always win. She's like, yeah, but you fucking cheat. I'm like, how do I cheat? And she's like, man, you go for the low fucking blows. And I'm like, well, I gotta win, right? She's like, no, but like, I'll do something like this big or say something like that bad, and then you fucking say something like that. I was like, and? I'm not good.
You don't gotta go low blows, but
I do.
But fellas, I mean, if you think you're in the right, just stick to the story. Don't let them go outside the box because they're going to try to distract you. If you're right and you know you're right, don't let them divert.
And and why didn't you take out the trash too? Once they put that second piece in, they're wrong, right?
That right now. We're talking about this. We can talk about that.
Yeah, but motherfucker, you didn't take out the goddamn trash.
That's cool. We'll handle that in a little bit.
No, I want to talk about the trash now. What? Do you think I'm fat? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you? No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Just no. Nothing's wrong, drunk. There's nothing wrong.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go watch the Diaz fight.
Fuck you, maybe then. Tell Diaz to go suck your dick later on. Okay, I wouldn't lift you farther.
Well, I mean, if he would, then, probably more than you. Oh, then we start to get into cutting down. I was about to go, it's more than you do. But then you start to go into cutting down. But
wow.
Yeah, but sometimes you're not going to rein them back in. Like, if that's actually a strategy that somebody's used against you, to where they're just keep like. But then again, that's just when I start smiling even more and just like, yep, I've got this one locked up. They're just like, next one, fail. Next one, fail. Fail. Then they just get to a point where, yeah. Oh,
man. So I got a photo, and we're at Fresno State, and it's me and Ben, and I'm filming him, and I'm filming him, and then also I have a project for photography class, so I had to take pictures of what, I forget what it was, and this guy is just yelling at my friend Ben, and he's like, well, you're fucking racist. And I was like, my friend's like, why do you say that? He's like, because you're white. And he's like, well, why does that make me racist? Because I hate you. He's all, so you hate me? And he's like, yes, I hate you. And he's all, so I'd hit you right now. Right? And he's saying this, and right at that point, I got in the shot, and Ben's just like smiling at him. Ben is known for his smile. He's just smiling at this guy, and the guy just looks like he wants to fucking murder him. It's crazy. I gotta find that picture. It's somewhere in my Google Drive. Maybe I can find it. But if you guys know who Ben Berklum is, you'll be like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, Eddie. me see if I can find the photo. Dude, I have... How much do I have? I have how many terabytes of stuff on my Google Drive? I have 18.25 terabytes used. Thank God for Fresno State. Fresno State gave us we get Google Drive Unlimited for free for life. So we love it. Oh wait, no, that'd probably be in Ben's stuff. Would that be in Ben's stuff? I got so much stuff on this phone, or my Google Drive is not even funny.
The puppy's been doing pretty good this whole time. She's been asleep pretty much the whole stream.
Really?
So I haven't had to
Good. That's
take
good.
her out.
Hold on, let me look. Hold on. I want to get we got to get Donnie over and playing with her. Oh my God, Donnie's going to try and hump her. Are you going to get her fixed?
I don't know. I've never gotten any of my dogs fixed and never had a incident.
Yeah. Well, how old is Bubba?
At least, I would say 14.
Really?
Yeah.
So he probably wouldn't try and... Would he?
Yeah, even with Matilda, I mean, he didn't try.
Really?
He may have like tried to in the beginning, and she was old. She was, an old gal herself. She probably just like put him in check, and he's like, "Yep, not gonna try that again."
Right. Oh
But poor Bubba, I don't think he's ever gotten him peace. Poor guy.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
That sucks.
Not that I know of. Maybe whenever he would run away for those few days, he would take in a...
You never know.
Commandant. Yeah.
Never close your eyes anymore. Oh my gosh, the picture I just saw. Remember that girl at the bar that gave me her OnlyFans? I screenshotted it. I forgot. Oh, shit. I don't think the FBI got to see that one, though. Name that song.
Tom's Diner, Suzanne Vega.
Yep. There was like all kinds of remade versions of it too. Pretty cool.
Yeah. And it took me many, many years of trying to figure out what the name of that song was.
Me too.
Because how are you going to Google do 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 do? You can't do it.
No, dude. Do you remember there was like a commercial, and they'd be like, they go into like a warehouse music store or something, or a tower music, and they'd be like, dude, what is the song? And they just like do do do, and he's like, oh, that's the Rolling Stones. They're like, yeah, it is. Thank you. It was a commercial way back when.
So I mean, somewhat short and interesting story about that song. I told you that I didn't know what it was because you basically can't Google what I remembered as the vocals.
And you were probably wrong.
Huh?
I said, and you were probably wrong.
No, all I knew was do 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 do. You can't Google that.
No.
And so this was probably about 2006, something like that.
Yeah.
Doing security at Alley Cat. I don't know if they played that song or not, but I just happened to be in the bathroom with the DJ afterwards. We're both taking a piss.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't think he did play the song. I just knew that he was playing a lot of like throwbacks, like Bananarama, stuff around in that genre. I was like, man, I got a question. It's been bugging the shit out of me for like 10 years. I was like, I got these lyrics in my head or the riff, and I don't know what it is. And he's like, all right, hit me with it. And I was like, do 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 do. It's Tom's Diner by Suzanne Vega.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And he's like, yeah, no, you can't really do, just, yeah, you just run into somebody that's musically inclined and you go, do, 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 do. Yep, I know what you mean.
Right.
And he was younger than me.
Really?
But he was just.
Because you know how many people probably went in there and did that to him? It's got to be a lot. Hold on, I'm trying to see something.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, was it Richard always comes in and it's like, quizzing me on if I know, like he'll give me the lyrics or something to see if I know what the name of the song is, or, you're like, I'll give you a couple bars and you got to guess which song it is or the lyrics. And
oh gosh, I'm going to do something. So when we were in class for, I was in broadcast, I had to take a broadcasting class and we had to interview each other. So this is the girl I had to interview and she had to interview me and she was just awful at it. You guys are going to laugh. She was so bad at it. I'm going to play.
And I'm here with Eddie Block today.
Can you hear it, Drunk?
We're going to talk about some of his personal interests.
a little robotic on my end.
My childhood?
Robot.
My childhood was pretty rough. I was born disabled with like... So like I mean, you just got to hear her. So it's robot shit. Is it still robot?
No, it started over, see.
Okay, hold on.
You were both robots, so...
Nice. And where were you born?
Can you hear that?
Yep.
But I mean, like, she's just like, nice. So where were you born? We're supposed to be professionals. It wouldn't have been fair to them. So I just didn't go.
Nice. And where were you born?
This girl sucked. Like, she was so bad, it's like not even funny. Oh, whoops. Damn it. Wrong button. Let's see. Who else interviewed other people? Oh, her goal is to be a Lakers cheerleader.
For you coming back to school a little later.
Oh, wait. That's her asking me questions. Oh, wait. She's probably at the end. And here, let me ask her questions. You got to hear her answer.
Say a lot of good things. And so I think that's what made me decide to come here.
Okay. What's your major here?
Broadcast journalism.
Broadcast journalism? So you want to be a broadcaster?
Yes. I like sports, so I want to do something along those lines, like sports commentating.
Can you see her doing sports commentating?
I have a minor in criminology.
Oh, nice. So you
I like sports ball.
Right. Oh my gosh, I got her. So
in the last World Series, he like totally did a 360 dunk in the outfield.
You know what's funny though is like, well, I haven't texted her in like a long time, but we used to text back and forth all the time, and she like, cause we had a whole bunch of classes together, and she'd be like, hey, Eddie, me and my cousin are doing videos now. What are you doing? And I was like, oh, what's up, Andy? And I was like, oh, I'm going to Vegas right now. And she's like, oh my God, Eddie, I should go to Vegas and do videos with you. And, but she's like, in that video, she was only 18 years old. I'm like, yeah, I'm married. I'm not going to take, and then after I got divorced, it was after I got divorced when she has to go to Vegas. But she used to be like texting me all the time. There's another girl that looks like her, but she actually looks like, what's the girl from Modern Family? What's her name?
The one with the big eyes, or the one with the big boobs?
Big boobs.
The big boob mom.
The big boob mom.
Big boob mom. Sophia Viagra or something?
Yeah, Sophia Vergara. Hey, Texas mama.
Yeah.
So this girl looked like her, right? And so my ex-wife was Mexican. They're Mexican. And like whenever I go to my wife's parties, all of her cousins would hug me. Girls, guys, it doesn't, because your family, your friends, you hug. That's what the Mexican culture does, right? And so these girls were Mexican, and that was part of their culture. So me and my wife are walking around the fucking the swap meet, and I see them, and I'm like, oh, please don't hug me like you normally do. And sure enough, here comes Esmeralda, and she's the one that looked just like fucking Sofia Vergara. And she's like, hey, Eddie, and she gives me a hug and a kiss on the cheek, because that's their culture, right? Holy shit, if my wife didn't go from 0 to 100, like, I could just see it in her face, and I'm reading her mind. She's like, you fucking bitch, what the fuck are you doing, touching, just... And the other girl was my secretary from ASG because I was the president of student government. And she had actually bought my wife dinner one time. I was like, remember she bought you dinner, babe? And my wife's just like, oh, yeah, just like pissed. Oh, man, I got to find her picture. When we even sat next to each other at graduation. Oh, my wife was really pissed about that one. Oh, yeah. Why do you get that jealous, women? Right? I'm with you. Do you really think I'd bring a super hot chick and try and hook up with her right in front of you? I like my body parts not cut off. But no, girls got to get jealous. Right? How do you know when there's some girl checking you out, drunk uncle? Do you know the secret to that?
No, I've never been able to pick up on.
Oh, you don't have to. Things. What happened if say you're at fucking Walmart? Well, you don't go to Walmart. Say you're at the grocery store, you're shopping, and your wife's like 10 feet away, or your girlfriend's like 10 feet away, and you're looking at, do I want peanut M&Ms? Do I want pretzel M&Ms? And all of a sudden, she comes over and starts holding your hand. There's some girl checking you out. That's or if all of a sudden she's like, oh, hey babe, what are you doing? Fucking looking at the M&Ms. What M&Ms are you? Once they start acting like that, there's a girl checking you out. Guaranteed.
A wife or girlfriend in this situation. See, I spent most of my life single.
Oh, my
women
wife
can't to be around me for much longer than about a year and a half.
Man, I made it past all the girls then. But no, that's the secret. If your girl starts acting jealous all of a sudden, you better start looking around because there's some hot-looking woman trying to pick you up, and she might be better than the one you're with.
Yeah.
You always got to trade up. Unfortunately, I traded down.
Oh, don't wake her up.
What was I gonna say?
All right, I gotta take a little bit out. She just woke up.
We'll go take a little bit out. Oh, this is the video I got in trouble for. I gotta.
Come on. All right, Bob, come on.
Uh-oh. Damn it. I messed it up. Hopefully this is the video I'm thinking it is. Oh, it's just a picture. Son of a bitch. That sucks. So, I used to write a lot of skits for class. And because we had to do like 70s TV shows. Or we had to pick a theme. And our theme, we did, you know what? I can show you this one without the music, though. Music would get me in trouble. No music. Let me see if I'll be able to play it even. Drunk Uncle's not here. Does Drunk have Bubba's too? Yeah, Bubba's there. Bubba's! Where's Bubba's at? Ah, it's not going to play. Damn it. Let's see. 116. What class was it? Was it 116 class? No. Was it under classwork? I have too many folders. Way too many folders. Oh my gosh. Let me see if this video is still up. Oh, I can play too. Oh, but there's no volume. That sucks. There's no volume. What the hell? How's there no volume? Oh, well, you guys can't see that one. I'm trying to find something for you guys. Oh, this one. This one's funny. See if I can play this one. Maybe there's sound to this one. There we go. Here we go. Drunk Uncle, are you here yet? Nope. Oh, that's right. He's taking his dog pee. Hold on, guys. I'm going to share with you guys and him. You guys will find this funny. Oh shit! We're gonna go back to a story I talked about earlier.
That's pretty good. She peed and pooped in that short amount of time.
Really? That's a good dog.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as they wake up and start moving around, you got to get them out there.
Yeah. Whose foot am I on? Oh, that's what I did wrong.
They're definitely very good to be only like 6-7 weeks old.
Yeah, that's really good. Shoot, you got a good dog there, seems like. What am I trying to do here? We're normally here. Oh, here we go. All right, you guys are going to laugh at this one. Let's see. Let me make this smaller so you guys can see the whole screen. So this is a movie I had a class where I had to make skits and stuff like that. So this is one of the skits. We had to do like a fake news story. And it was right before Halloween. So I wrote this and we had fun with this. So can you see it, Drunk Uncle?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to play it. Hopefully it'll work.
Thanks, Monet. Today is October 31st, Halloween, and we're out here at Fresno State's dorms.
Oh, by the way, you know how I mentioned some girl named Chase earlier? This was her.
Here to find out who still trick-or-treats. And we've come across a 42-year-old man who believes there is no age limit when it comes to trick-or-treating. So the real question is, how old is too old to trick-or-treat?
Watch this. Trick or treat.
Dude, it's 2 in the afternoon.
So?
Where's your costume?
This is my costume.
You're like 40.
I'm 42, thank you.
No.
This is like one of my first
and I went
videos
and
I ever
rang her
made.
doorbell, and the lady got really mad, saying she's gonna call the cops. And how old am I? I mean, I'm a kid at heart. Haven't you ever watched a Toys R Us? I'm a kid. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I want to go trick or treating. What the heck? No, I didn't do anything wrong. I went trick or treating. What's wrong with trick or treating? It's not early. It's only 2 o'clock. What are you talking about? I got to get to Denny's by 5, or else the senior special's not on anymore.
That's the kind of stupid stuff we used to do in college. I lost Drunk Uncle. Oh, wait. You got to watch this one, too. Hold on. Let's see if this will pop up. Let me see if this is the right one. Oh, yeah, it should be. Can you see it? It's me in my wheelchair going over the moon and slam dunking it. Did you guys see that? Did you see it? Fucking I just go, woo, while it's just me. And I come down, and then I get in the trash can.
No.
Yeah, we did some stupid shit. We did some stupid shit in college.
Didn't we all?
Oh yeah, and I was old in college. I was 42, like the video just said. I'm an old man. Still trying to find this picture of Ben Bergwald, and this dude just wants to fucking kill him. Let's see, it's not under documentary. Maybe it's in 17. There's no files in that one. Well, we made a video, and it had to be. Oh wait, maybe it's 120. Let me see if it's in here. We had to make a video and like do some kind of a show, right? So what we did is we did a game show. And the game show was my friend, and he played what did he play? He did like Maury Povich, right? So my friend Monet, she was the girl, and they're like, well, Jasmine, you're here for the 47th time. You know, is today going to be the day that we find the father of your child? Right? And I had to make it funny because I'm all about jokes. And so what I did is, there's another guy named Eddie, and he's kind of a dork. He's kind of like me, but like worse. And he's like, Eddie, I'll play you. And I was like, okay. He's like, but I need to use your wheelchair. So he's up there in my wheelchair on stage, and they're like, yeah, this is fucking, this is my ex, Eddie. And he's like, come on, bitch, how do you know it's my kid? Or he didn't cuss, but he's like, how do you know it's my kid? And they're like, well, let's meet your son Wheeler. And so the video, it shows the guy, and I had to buy a stuffed animal, and it's a stuffed animal, and it's panning down, and all of a sudden you see the stuffed animal in a wheelchair, and he's like, yeah, can't you see the differences, John? You know, because they're both in a wheelchair. So then I wrote this out, and my teacher said, if you guys fucking use that, I'm gonna kick you out of school. Or out of class. And so I told Eddie, I'm like, Eddie, dude, don't fucking use it. I swear to God, don't fucking use it. And you know, I was directing it, right? So I'm in his ear. And even when we got to that part, and I'm looking at the cameras, and I'm like, he's gonna say it. And fucking, I speak into the microphone, right? And I'm like, Eddie, don't you fucking dare say it. And you hear my teacher behind me, he better not say it. And with a big smile, because they read, they're like, okay, and Eddie, you are the father. And he's like, the fuck I am. He's not even my shade of black. And or he said, I'm not that color black. And Monet was like half black, half white. So yeah, I got in a lot of trouble for that one. Monet was like, Eddie, you know, that was kind of, I was like, I didn't know, Monet. I didn't think it was bad. What was really bad is the first teddy bear that I used was a certain type of animal. And my teacher is like, you can't use that one. I'm like, why not? And they're all, Eddie. And I'm like, what? They're like, Eddie, it's a fucking gorilla. And I was like, so it's the only stuffed animal I had at the house. And they're like, Eddie, it's a gorilla. And I'm like, so? And they're all, Monet is black. And I was like, so? I couldn't put two and two together. They're like, Eddie, that's racist. I'm like, how is having... And then I was like, oh. I don't think of racist, you know? When you don't think about being racist because you're not, you don't really, you know, you say stupid shit.
Yeah. I was a gorilla just about a month ago.
Oh, yeah, when you were all on your fucking mushrooms.
Yeah.
Toast to the mushrooms. I'm going to be hungover tomorrow. But yeah, I got in a lot of trouble for that one. But it was just funny though. Cause the baby, his name was Wheeler, you know, cause he's in a wheelchair. Wheeler. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Anyways, well, shit. Do you want to talk about anything from Cobra Kai?
Well, I mean, not to give away too many spoilers, but I seriously thought Chosen died at the very end. Did you?
I thought yes. I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, because I'm like, where is he? Where is he? What the fuck? Where is he? Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But it was kind of like the scene from Kill Bill and the Kill Bill 2 when Bill gets sliced up. And I was like, oh my goodness, we've actually got like the first death.
Oh, I never watched that video.
You never seen Kill Bill?
No, never.
No, pretty good.
Never.
There's 2 volumes. I mean, do you like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs?
Never watched Reservoir Dogs, but Pulp Fiction was good. Yeah, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
was good.
well, Quentin Tarantino, I mean, a lot of his movies are written kind of the same way. You'd enjoy Kill Bill.
Would I?
Yeah, it's about assassins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I just found a whole bunch of my old pictures. Oh wait, I guess I can show you these.
I pretty much like anything that Quentin Tarantino's made.
I think I'm sharing it to you. Am I sharing it to you? Yeah. Let's see. I gotta share it to everybody else. You guys want to see pictures? I'll show you guys pictures. That's not the right one, is it? Is it this
Andy, I think it was a 5-finger exploding heart technique, not the 5-finger death punch. But I mean, it was a 5-finger death punch, but 5-finger exploding heart technique.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. You want to see some pictures? This was this teacher. Can you see it, drunk? This teacher. This dude was like hippie teacher, dude. He does not like Trump, but he was a good teacher. He was cool. He was a cool teacher. Let's see what's up next. I don't know why I have that in my files. I hope I don't have nothing wrong in here. Why is it just gray? You want to see me in a tuxedo?
Sure.
Man, that's a bad picture of me in a tuxedo. That's a shitty
Just
picture.
like you got a flat eye.
Yeah, that's at the Elks Lodge. So when you're part of the top Elks guys, every time you bring in new members, you have to wear a tuxedo and you perform. It's like a show. We put on a show basically. But yeah, that was me before one of the meetings. So let's see. Okay, so this is that my gold one? So this is when I was the exalted ruler of Madera Elks. I was like the president. I was the president. See what this picture is.
You're wide awake now, ain't you?
Right?
Come here.
I'm definitely wild. This this is the teddy bear my dad used to carry around. My sister's pissed because our aunt won't give it back to us. What's next? Oh, it's my mom when she had cancer. This is my mom's dog, the Siberian Husky. His name was King. He was a crazy dog. So, like, when my mom was in the hospital, I had to take care of him. He chewed through my in-laws' metal door to get from the backyard into the garage. It's crazy. Siberian Huskies are strong. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, anything from Siberia, I would assume so, yes.
Oh, yeah. And my hard drive must
Russian dog.
Right? So this is the brown dog I have in the picture. He's AJ. I had to put him to sleep last year or 2 years ago. Last year. He was Rottweiler mixed with German Shepherd.
All right. Play. Go play.
He was a badass dog. This was my very first St. Bernard that I ever had. His name was Giacomo. That's him and AJ playing. Oh, there's my Rosie. All these dogs are no longer with me. That was the first Donnie. That's how big my backyard was when I bought my house.
He's rolling.
That was my very.
Pup is trying to tell where those barks are coming from.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That was from my very first house. That was when I first got him from the pound. I miss him. He was a good dog. Both of them were good dogs. I'm lucky. Have you ever had a bad dog?
Look at him.
I have it.
Me either. I've never had a bad dog.
It's just bad owners.
Right?
Or are you just trying to get away from him?
No, I think they're tired now.
Trying to think. Oh, that was Panda making the noise. That's who was making that noise. See, he'd like to get in the water just like Donnie does. Man, I miss Jackie. He was a good puppy. He's huge.
This huge bitch.
Right? Well, there's Toby. There's my three-legged dog. You want to see my three-legged dog? My wife would get mad. I called her Mini-Me. Let's see if she'll move. I'm like trying to call her. I'm like, hey, Toby. Let's see if she'll move. You can see her three legs. Those are back
Your
legs.
name is Toby.
Yep. There she is. There we go. She walks away. You can see her right now. See her hobbling? She walks like me. Oh man, like we used to get algae in that pool, so I bought some fish to clean it. Every time I buy the fish, Toby would go kick them out. She wouldn't eat them. She'd just kick and until they got out of the pool. She's like, that's my pool. Damn dogs. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, and our duck. The duck fell in love with Toby. Like, wherever Toby went, this duck would go. They were like best friends. And one day I caught him trying to, you know what, the dog.
Trying to fuck a duck.
Oh, I think do I have the picture maybe right here? Let me see. Well, there's my chinchilla. Here, you want to see my chinchilla? Her name was Fluffy. That was Fluffy. Dude, those things are soft. Have you ever held a chinchilla?
Is that like a hamster?
No, it's
Or a guinea pig or something?
No, it's softer than that. Oh, that's not a good picture. If you look in this picture, though, you can see this is the duck would actually sleep with Toby outside. It's like blurry because it's a bad photo, but that was the duck sleeping with the dog. Like he would protect her and stuff. So let's see. This was my husky mix, but if you look right behind her, you can see my Akita back there. He's right behind her. Oh my gosh, I remember Maria. Now that chick's El Salvadorian. She's Salvadorian. Let me see. Can you guys see her? Yeah, she's Salvadorian. This was my... Her name was Helena Troy. Ooh, you want to see me with blonde hair, drunk uncle?
Oh, yes.
No, seriously. Look at it. The girl that was next to me, she told me to go do something different. So I dyed the guy at the hair. I used to go to these expensive places, and this was in Dallas, Texas. And fucking I went in there, and my gay hairstylist, he's like, Eddie, what do you want? I was like, dude, I want every girl to love me. He's like, Eddie, let me bleach blonde your hair. And I was like, really? I don't know. And then this hot girl walked by, and he's like, hey, Lisa, would you date Eddie if he bleached his hair? And she's like, hell yeah, I would. I was like, let's do it. So that's how that happened.
Did you ask her out once you got your hair did?
No. Well, you know what? Maybe I did. I think she had a boyfriend. I forget. God damn it. I was trying to unzoom it. There we go. Now it's unzoomed.
Like, you owe me a refund.
Right? Oh, this is why. So this girl right here, hold on, it's still popping up. So this girl right here, she was this bartender. Her name is Corey. And so my brother came up because I had to have surgery. So he came up a couple nights before to hang out with me in San Francisco. And I took him, when my nephew fell asleep, we went to the bar. And so Corey comes up, she gives me the normal hug and kiss on the cheek. And my brother's like, what's that all about? I was like, oh, because we're friends. And then she comes up, and she doesn't speak very good English, right? And she tells my brother, she goes to my brother, and she's like, oh, you my cuñado, or, no, oh my gosh, I forget the name, right? And he's like, what does that mean? And she's like, oh, you're going to be my brother. And he's like, what? He's like, I love your brother. I'm going to marry him. My brother, he's just like, what? Yeah. And you know those girls with the raspy voices? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had that raspy voice that makes you just fall in love with her. Oh, yeah.
I love rats.
I figured you think this girl would be hot.
She all right.
She's all right. Corey was hot. Why are all the pictures going to be black now? There we go. Oh my gosh, did I have a dirty shirt on? I did. Oh, I was working that day. That's probably why. I was a working man. You know. Oh, here's my Akita mix. This was my Akita mix.
You know, I'm going to stare down on who's going to keep the couch. Is that what's going on over here?
Are they? Really?
Something.
Let's see. Oh, wait. Here we go, drunk uncle.
Go.
I think this is like 180, something like that. I'm trying to remember. I think, wait, let's see. So I got three 25s. So that's 150 and the bar is 35. So this is 185 pounds. Just up and down, up and down. Up and down, up and down. That's what she said. What's this one? Oh, so I added weight on this one, I think. How much is this one?
So those are 25-pound plates?
Yep.
75, 150. The bar is 45, 195.
Oh, then it was 195. Let's see. This
45-pound bar, 6.
This one's just 85
plates.
pounds. Yeah, it was a 45 pound.
Military press is hard to do.
This one at my.
I've got good at. I don't think I've got above like 115 pounds with the military press or an incline. Not with free weights.
Really?
But regular press, I got up to like 320.
Really?
That was my max, 1 rep.
Oh shit! I got a video of me plumbing. This is when I used to build high-rise hotels. Let's see. So I was welding. Well, I was brazing. It's a difference. Man, this is like in 2002, so the cameras suck. But yeah, all those pipes, everything you see behind me, I put all that shit in. All that shit in.
Andy, those were rubber plates. That's why they looked a lot bigger.
Yeah, but they're still the same weight.
Not the same kind of like clanky plates. But no, you have like different weights, like people that use for like deadlifting, because they've got to like drop them and shit. That they're not those stainless steel or whatever they make them out of.
Yeah.
But like a 25-pound weight will look like a much larger than a 45-pound weight.
Yeah. See, that was my Akita mix right there. You can tell by his curved tail, and that's my Australian Shepherd mix, Rosie. I miss those dogs. I miss those doggos. Oh, here you can see all of them in the water. I think we used to take them to the river around here. Back when it would rain. It actually rained the last 2 days, bro. It actually rained the last couple of days. I was like excited. All right, so let's see. The red, that's Toby. This is Junior. That's Rosie right there. That's Oso. And then that's little AJ, my German Shepherd Rottweiler puppy. He's gone now. That's how long ago this video was. Yeah, that's Toby right there. That's when she still had all 4 legs. Toby had all 4 of her legs right there. That was my puppy dogs. Let's see. Oh, here's Junior swimming. What's up, Helen? Oh, yeah, he wasn't happy. He got in some of those rapids. He was like, fuck, Dad. You're an asshole, Dad. He swam back to me, though. He was not happy, though. He was like, I'm not going back in the water, Dad. He was like, you are not getting me back in that water. That was the best dog in the world right there, though. An Akita mix. Let's see. There's Oso in the black. Oh, he went back in the water.
You can fuck her out, Bubba. I wouldn't let her do that.
What's she doing? She trying to tell Bubba who's the boss?
She's trying to bite his tail.
Bite it back.
I guess she's just not pedaling very hard because he doesn't seem to mind.
I guess not. Anyways, you know what? The weed is really starting to make me tired, and I gotta feed these guys. All right, so because I try and take good care of my dogs, I'm not saying other people don't take it that way. I like to spoil my dogs, so because Donnie's a breed of dog that will die very young. So I want to make sure he doesn't die young. So I'm trying to feed him the better foods, right? How much a Tractor Supply, because I couldn't get the Costco today, and it was too late last night. How much do you think a 45-pound bag of large breed dry dog food costs? A healthy kind. I'm not talking about Walmart brand. or Albertsons brand. I'm talking about a good kind.
What size bag?
45 pounds.
45 pounds. I think I generally get the 30 pound. I get mine off Amazon for about 35, but you're in California at a store, so I'm gonna say 52.
Well, this stuff is called For Health. It's a healthy one, and you can tell it's an expensive kind because it's not. It doesn't come in like the paper bag. It comes in the plastic one that's a bitch to cut.
Yeah.
Out the door was $60 fucking for 45 pounds. That's more than $1 a pound.
Yeah.
And then these assholes, I gotta buy them a pouch of wet food too to go with it. They won't eat it. If I just put this in the pan, they're gonna look at me like, "Where's the rest?" Like,
I'll wean her off of that after 2-3 days.
oh yeah. What?
Giving her the wet food. As soon as she started acting a little bitchy, I didn't put it in. I was like, "Well, you ain't getting it."
Uh-oh, I gotta order some. Go watch.
I'm gonna keep this little gal in line. I can tell she's gonna be strong. She's gonna be big.
That's the problem
Gotta
with these
keep
things.
her.
You can't open these motherfuckers. Right? You need like a pen or something. That's a brand new food, so they might act differently. You know, when it's brand new food and they're like, "Oh, brand new food." So Donnie always gets more, if you can guess why. Now watch this shit. There's no wet food in there yet, right? You see him?
Yeah.
Watch this. He's not eating it. His food is on the ground. He won't eat it. Because he knows he gets one of these. That's how spoiled these guys are. Huh. Oh, man, that's the old kind. I don't like this kind. Oh, well. Watch how quickly he'll eat this now. All right, Panda Bear. You get yours first. Here you go. See what I mean? They won't touch the goddamn food until I put their wet stuff in it. Damn dogs. Spoiled brats.
They got you enslaved. I was gonna call you a different word, but you don't like being called that word.
Oh, you better not. These are new. These are bigger. These are different. You know, once I get down to like one dog, I'll start giving them whoever it is the actual, you know, the really healthy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the one that you got to refrigerate the real meat and vegetables. But then I think about it, why buy that? I can just go to the store and buy a whole bunch of beef chuck, cut it up, put some carrots in there and some peas. That's all they do. Right? Damn spoiled dogs. I probably spend more money on them than I do on me ever. Huh, Panda?
Go buy all the meat that's about to be expired and throw it in a big Vitamix and throw in some vegetables and rice.
That wouldn't water it up?
Huh?
The grind or the what do you call it wouldn't like make it like into a slushy? Like a milkshake?
Well, I don't know, man.
Well,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You could be a fucking
talking about
chef.
making homemade dog food. I don't know.
I can't. I'm sorry, Red, but Donald J. Trump has to live a long life. I do not want to risk him because he's going to die young, right? Why get a dog and let them die young? If I can spend like an extra $20 a month on food so that they live longer, to me, it's worth it. It's worth it. Sneaky fees like they got you trained. Oh yeah, and you know what else Donnie does? So he knows he doesn't get to eat until I put it on the ground, right? So what he does is, so I'll start opening those packages up, because sometimes I'll use cans, and he walks over and he sniffs it. Before I put it in the thing, he normally sniffs it to tell. He's like, "Yeah, that's a good vintage, Dad. That's a good vintage." It's what it looks like. Like asshole. He's and then what he does is he watches me put it in each bowl, so he makes sure that I don't give any other dog more. But he's not food aggressive. I mean, I could take it from him right now. Panda could come over and eat his food right now. So.
I got the best bowl. I've heard I get the best bowl. That's what they tell me.
Oh,
no one's ever done a bowl more beautifully made than the bowl that I received.
They're all just pots. They're all just damn pots. But I mean, so when when we give him treats, he goes to my stepdad's house every morning, right? Like I'll come outside and the door will be open. I was like, and Rosie, I was watching earlier, Panda will be right there at the fence. And I'm like, oh, Papa hasn't come out yet. And I'll have to call. I'm like, Papa. He's like, what? Are they waiting? Sure enough, the dogs are waiting for my stepdad to walk out. He gives Donnie the treat, a full one. He gives Panda a full one. And then he breaks one up for his dog and for Brownie. And then he gives Donnie another one. And then he goes and gives all the dogs one, including Donnie. And then so Donnie gets like 3 treats to everybody else's. Because he's like, well, he's bigger, so he gets more. And then this one, she always she eats dinner twice. At 4 o'clock, she goes to his house, and he cooks it, and he gives her dinner. And then right now, she's eating dinner here. Don't you? And then she eats treats with them all day. You spoil it, huh, Browners? Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
She's like, that's what gangsters do. We hustle. We hustle, Daddy, all day.
Oh my gosh. So my stepdad he wanted to go to town the other day, right? And he's like, I'm going to leave my dog with you if that's fine. And I was like, yeah. So Donnie can only go so far to where Woody is, right? He has his leash. It goes only so far in there. So Woody went into the house, and my stepdad had given him a bone that morning. He walked out and stood in the door, which is like this far from where Donnie can go. And he's just like, yeah, look what I got. Just throwing that bone in Donnie's face. And just kind of turned around and walked back in the house, kind of like, yeah, you kick my ass every day, but I got the bone.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny what these guys do. And then what Brownie does, she takes his toys. She hates toys. She won't play with them. But if he sets one down, she darts over there as fast as she can. She grabs it, and then she runs and puts it underneath my truck because she knows he can't get near my truck. And she doesn't play with it. She just leaves it there. And just walks away with her little fat butt in the background, just like, little spoiled brat. Right? Andy wants one. Everybody wants a treat. Oh, Brownie's the hustler for sure. She's the gangster out of all of them. FBI showed up at my house. Who chewed him up? Not this guy. She did. Oh, Browners. Come on, Brownie. Come on, FBI chick. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Come on, Brownie. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. About time. About time. Say hi, drunk uncle. I always gotta kiss you. No.
Browners.
She heard it. She's like, who the fuck said that? Huh?
Browners. Brownie.
Look at drunk uncle.
Hey, Browners.
Huh? Did you beat up the FBI? She beats up Donnie sometimes too. She does not play. All right.
That's right.
I'm ready to go to bed. This weed is really kicking in good. Don't expect shit from me tomorrow. If you text me, I ain't gonna answer. I finally learned something from drunk. I used to never do this. Because I didn't know that if you put on do not disturb on your phone, I didn't know. I was worried. What if my stepdad needs me? And what if he tries to call me? So I didn't want to do it. And then I found out you can add certain people that it goes straight through anyways. So now I turn on my do not disturb. Do not disturb.
And if they call back, it'll break through.
Well, don't tell them that part.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if somebody really needs to get a hold of you, they call back to back.
You see what she's doing? She moves her food. You know why she does that? Ever since she got in a fight with our pit bull and she got beat, she's food aggressive. But ever since she got in a fight with that pit bull, right? And we took her to the vet and had to get her all fixed up. We would hide her pills in her food. Ever since I've done that, that's how she eats now. Look, she moves it with her head and then she eats it. She's testing to see if there's medicine in there. Fucking dog. I had another dog. Right? I had another dog. You know, you take like a piece of meat and you stick it in there and you give it to him. So he would take it and then he would drop it, and then he'd pick it up and then I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And he'd keep dropping it until he saw the fucking pill fall out, and then he'd go eat the meat. Dogs are much smarter than you guys can even imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Bubba's got to do something like that. What does Bubba do?
Oh, like, I have to open his mouth and put it down the back of his throat for him to get a pill in.
Really?
If I can just get it, if I can't even get it but to the back of the tongue, he'll.
Yeah, don't you hate that? And then you got to grab it, and it's like all slimy, and the fucking pills come.
Then it's all gooey. Yep. And then he's got like sharp teeth, and I've got to like get all the way to the back. But generally, if I can, luckily this has been a lot easier since I've learned jujitsu. I just put him in a body triangle, and then holding to where he can't roll to one side or the other. And as long as I can get his mouth open, I can basically just drop it in and then just massage his esophagus, and it'll go down.
Yeah, I would.
But as soon as he tries to roll to the left or to the right, he's going to spit it up. So I just put him in a body triangle with a seatbelt, and then drop it in and just hold.
Yeah. Now what I would do is I put it deep down their throat, then you grab their nose, so it's like this, and then you rub, because then they can't really, because they're trying to spit it out, but it's falling back in.
Yeah, I just lift the chin, and just kind of massage, and it'll go.
Exactly, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking dogs. And if you know your dogs well, you know they have different barks too.